Every year, US News and World Report rates software engineers or software developers as two of the top 5 jobs in the US. They are the only technical software positions that are ranked that high. Software engineering is a rewarding career for a long time since the need for software development employment, and it will only increase in the long term. In the 10 years from 2020 to 2030, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, software engineers' employment will only increase by 22%. That's a lot. Most businesses have attempted to solve the talent shortage in the US by hiring foreign developers as employees. Hi, this is Max from the Visa Library. In this video, I want to talk about different ways that foreign-born software engineers can come to the US for work. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do it now and like the video, because believe me, you don't want to miss out on our future videos. Let's go. What are the requirements for software engineers to immigrate to the US? Number 1, education. Most managers expect software engineers to have a bachelor's degree in computer science, computer programming, software engineering, software development, mathematics, or a related discipline. Some software engineers can work if they have high school graduation and 10 years of related experience. Some employers may need a master's degree in computer science or a closely related field. Number 2, training. Internships like coding boot camps can provide training for entry-level software engineers. In addition, internships in their area can help students and recent graduates learn more about working in a corporate setting and how to use their knowledge in the industry. Number 3, certificates. Software engineers can obtain several certificates, including Oracle Certified Professional or OCA and Oracle Certified Associate or OCP. Next one, MCSD App Builder. The MCSD certification comprises a series of tests that assesses your knowledge of several Microsoft technologies. You must first get an MCSA credential before taking an MCSD certificate test. Next one, the Secure Software Lifecycle Certification Professional Certificate. Next one, the CSSLP certificate. It concentrates on application security, teaching technical practitioners to identify software weaknesses, hazards, and compliance concerns. Number 4, skills. A competent software engineer possesses a mix of technical and interpersonal abilities such as programming with languages including C++, Java, Python, C#, Ruby, and .NET. Next one, paying attention to the details. Next, being patient. Next, being detail-oriented. Next one, teamwork abilities. Next one, adaptability and eagerness to acquire new skills or work in different settings. Now, what are the requirements for software developers to immigrate to the US? You need key hard skills like ASP.NET, JavaScript, Java, C#, and Python. You also need key soft skills like communication, teamwork, problem solving, detail orientation sensibilities, and that's it. What are the US non-immigrant visas for foreign software engineers or developers? IT experts frequently relocate to the US by acquiring temporary non-immigrant visas. Let's look at the US non-immigrant visas that are accessible to IT workers. We have H-1B visa. Software engineers and database developers are common H-1B visa applicants. System administrators and computer system analysts might be accepted for H-1B visas occasionally, but not always. Most entry-level computer programmers and computer support workers are ineligible for H-1B status. You must complete all criteria for a job, including a bachelor's degree or higher. In addition, the employer must establish that he gives at least the market salary for this sort of job. The H-1B visa is typically valid for 3 years. Therefore, the maximum term of residence in the nation on this visa is usually 6 years. But if the employee or you files for a permanent residence visa, a temporary extension is allowed. Next one, L1 visas. It is the best option for people who have held a highly specialized position outside of the United States for at least 12 months in the past 3 years. L1A visas are valid for 7 years for managers and executives. Those of the L1B category who are narrowly focused have a 5-year total period. Next visa, O1 visas. You must fulfill at least 3 conditions to receive this visa. Number 1, have national or worldwide awards for excellent achievements in the field of information technology. Number 2, to be a member of a group or organization that demands specific IT skills and achievements. Number 3, be recognized in professional or significant journals, newspapers, or magazines. Number 4, publish your work in professional or scientific journals, newspapers, or magazines. Number 5, contribute significantly to the advancement of the IT profession. Number 6, have a good salary. Number 7, take part as a judge or mentor at IT conferences or big contests. The O1 visa is typically valid for 3 years. It may be a suitable option for academics and entrepreneurs who have made significant contributions to the field of information technology. Next visa, F1 visas. International students in the US are granted F1 visas and can only work in extremely limited circumstances. However, students are permitted to work in the United States for 1 year after graduating from a US university by submitting optional practical training or OPT documentation. As a result, graduates with an IT concentration can work for any firm in the United States if their job is directly concerned to the information they obtain during their studies. In addition, STEM or science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and computer sciences graduates may be able to request permission to extend their OPT for another 24 months under certain circumstances. Next visa, B1 visas. You can get a B1 visa for short-term business trips to the US. Consulting with colleagues, participating in short-term training programs, attending conferences, or signing contracts are considered acceptable activities. B1 status may be maintained for a maximum of 1 year. You can learn more about each visa on our website. Now, what are the US green cards for foreign software engineers or developers? If your company wishes to recruit you for an extended length of time, it must sponsor you for a green card. This status permits you to remain and work in the US legally. Because attending permanent residence status can take many years, companies typically start the application process during the first 2 years of an employee's temporary visa. Let me tell you how to get a green card. Step 1. PERM job certification. This procedure requires employers to make an attempt to hire employees and demonstrate that there is no more qualified employee for the job among US residents. The employer must also show that they are providing competitive salaries. Step 2. Petition I-140. The employer files an I-140 application. The I-140 petition procedure verifies that the foreign national fits the job qualifications and that the business is prepared to pay the requisite compensation. Only a few IT experts are allowed to bypass the PERM labor certification phase. Step 3. Statement I-485. At the next step, an I-485 application is completed and green cards are awarded to the employee and their immediate family. Know this. Waiting for a green card might take a few months to many years. What are the US immigrant visas for IT professionals? If an IT specialist has done a fantastic job and has reached the height of their career, they can apply for an EB-1 immigrant visa right away. Although this visa category is not typical for IT workers, it will be a fantastic alternative to an expert with exceptional abilities in information technology to relocate to America. How much does a software engineer make in the US? According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average salary for a software engineer in the US is $124,258. The average additional cash compensation for a software engineer in the US is $15,203. The average total compensation for a software engineer in the US is $139,461. Of course, employment as an applications and systems developers are not the only ones accessible in the computer science community. Mobile developers, application architects, quality assurance analysts, and database administrators are prevalent positions. How much does a software developer make? The estimated total pay for a software developer is $95,479 per year in the United States area, with an average salary of $88,609 per year. What are the best paying cities for software developers? The highest paying urban regions for software developers include San Jose, San Francisco, Seattle, Wenatchee, and Oxnard. What are the best paying states for software developers? In terms of salary, Washington, California, New York, Massachusetts, and DC have the highest means for software developers. What are the jobs similar to software engineering? If you desire to have a career as a software engineer, many other IT occupations may be of interest to you. For example, systems analyst, backend developer, database administrator, IT supervisor, development operations engineer, cybersecurity analyst, software tester, front-end developer, full-stack developer, and that's it. What are the jobs similar to software developers in the United States? Alternative job routes are available to software professionals searching for a shift in the computer business. For example, we have data scientist or engineer, tech writer or teacher, system administrator or DevOps, UI or UX design, project manager, QA engineer or tester, and freelancer. But there you go. Now you have the necessary information you need to immigrate to US as a software engineer or developer. If you want to know more about different visas you can get, salaries and benefits of software engineers and developers in the US, go to our article and read about them in detail. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. It will help YouTube's algorithm. You can also follow us on our social media accounts. Links are in the description. If there's a visa that you want to know about, write the name in the comment section and we will make a video for it. Thank you all for watching.